So Black Ops 7 was revealed today, and the reveal trailer is now 9 hours old, and it's sitting now at about 5.7 million views, and it is on track to becoming the most disliked Call of Duty trailer to ever exist. The video at this current moment, as I said, has 5.7 million views, is now sitting at 24,000 likes to 79,000 dislikes. If we compare that over here to the Battlefield 6 trailer, the Battlefield 6 reveal trailer has 517,000 likes to only 15,000 dislikes. So for those of you who have been around the gaming space for a very, very long time, history is repeating itself, which is kind of crazy because we are having a Treyarch Call of Duty game. So we'll talk a little bit more about why this is in a second. But before we do that, I wanted to go ahead and talk about some context about why this is kind of crazy and why history is repeating itself. So if we go back to 9 years ago to 2016, when the Infinite Warfare game was revealed and Battlefield 1 was revealed, we had a very similar result. So if you look at the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer, this one had 47 million views from 9 years ago and had 667,000 likes to 4 million dislikes. I believe that the Infinite Warfare trailer is one of the most disliked trailers in YouTube history, which is pretty insane. And if we go back over to Battlefield 1, we can see that it had 74 million views and 2.5 million likes to 46,000 dislikes. So if we actually compare the dates of each of these, Infinite Warfare was revealed on the 2nd of May, 2016, and the Battlefield 1 trailer was revealed on the 6th of May, 2016. So they were very, very close to each other within 4 days of each other, and the results were absolutely insane. We have seen nothing like this before in gaming history, and now history has definitely repeated itself. We'll have to see what the end result of the Black Ops 7 trailer is, but this is pretty insane and kind of shows exactly where people are as far as their mindset goes when it comes to Call of Duty as a whole. And if you go to the comments on the Black Ops 7 gameplay reveal trailer, there is more talk about Battlefield 6 than there is any talk about Black Ops 7. For me to find somebody that is actually excited for the game, I mean, I'm still scrolling, and I haven't seen one positive comment. I haven't seen one positive comment. So people are definitely very upset about Black Ops 7. And this video is not intended to be negative. This video is just intended to give you guys the facts and give you guys the details about what is going on with the gaming FPS space, and just kind of provide that to you guys, because again, I'm not one of those channels that ever wants to be a channel that makes every single video that's about, oh, Call of Duty's terrible, Call of Duty's bad. I don't want to ever be one of those YouTubers, because that's just not who I am as a person. I'm definitely a very positive person, but this is just kind of crazy, and I was definitely not expecting this to happen. So again, is this scary? As a Call of Duty fan, because I want Call of Duty to succeed. Well, we're going to do a little bit of investigating and talk about that. So we're going to head back to 2016, and we're going to look at the first week sales of each game. So starting off here, first off with Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 on week 1 sold about 3.46 million copies, all by itself, with nothing behind Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 has still been regarded as one of the best reveal trailers to a game ever in the entire world. If we look at Infinite Warfare, the first week sales were 3.73 million. So if we're talking about the first week of a game, Infinite Warfare actually beat Battlefield 1. But as we all know, the caveat to that is that Infinite Warfare came bundled with Modern Warfare Remastered. Do I believe that it would have sold 3.73 million in the first week had Modern Warfare Remastered not been tied to it? I have to say no. Now, what is another really interesting thing is if we go to the entire year of 2016, Infinite Warfare was the most sold game. But if we go to today, Battlefield 1 sold over 15 million copies, and Infinite Warfare total sold 13.6 million. So Battlefield 1 sold over 15 million copies by the end, and Infinite Warfare only ever sold 13.6. So that's total. So that means that eventually Battlefield 1 did beat Infinite Warfare, but if we're talking about just the first week, Infinite Warfare sold the most. So another thing that if we go back to Infinite Warfare and talk about Infinite Warfare a little bit more, this video did get dislike bombed. So people started to see that this video could have been the most disliked video on YouTube, and then people just started dislike bombing it. So now it's at 4 million views. But today in 2025, Call of Duty, or the dislikes are disabled on YouTube. So I actually had to install a shortcut onto my browser to actually see the dislikes. So, but the average, most people in the world cannot see the dislikes. So the fact that this game by itself had almost 80,000 dislikes less than 24 hours in, and only 24,000 likes means that this game did not suffer from dislike bombing. This game is just suffering from a lack of interest, a lack of hype. It's hard to say exactly. The other thing is that, you know, the reveal of Battlefield 6 and the reveal of Black Ops 7 are 3 weeks apart from each other. So it's very, very possible that Call of Duty made a fatal error this year, and Battlefield made the best possible decision maybe ever. We're going to have to see what happens come October, come November, when we actually get the game sales, but it could be the fact that Call of Duty made a huge error here, and that Battlefield absolutely killed it with what they decided to do. They revealed the game before Call of Duty. They gave us a beta before Call of Duty. They gave us gameplay before Call of Duty and let us experience the game for what it is before Call of Duty, which, again, when we go back to 2016, they were revealed within a couple of days of each other. So there was really just kind of a lot of anticipation and wait time. And then the game proved themselves when they were out. I don't believe neither Battlefield 1, I don't think, or Infinite Warfare had betas. So we didn't get to experience the game until they came out. On the other hand, we already got to experience Battlefield 6, and the game killed it. All I see just across the internet, across YouTube, across the world, is people are absolutely loving Battlefield 6. They love it. I'm included in that. I mean, I've made shorts, streams, videos. I've never streamed a game with Battlefield 6 as much as Call of Duty. I mean, I don't even know the exact number, like 18 hours into the beta of Call of Duty or of Battlefield 6, and I can't remember putting that much time into a beta of a Call of Duty game since probably Black Ops 3. It's been that long ago. So again, should Call of Duty fans be a little bit nervous? I would say yes. I would definitely say yes, especially me as a content creator. I'm seeing this and I'm like, man, do I really want to cover Black Ops 7 this year? Like, I mean, the game there's some information that we have, like the trailer didn't do well, but the information that we were given about the game seems that it's going to be a pretty decent Call of Duty game. I mean, I like the fact that there's a bunch of multiplayer maps coming. I like the fact that there is a bunch of weapons coming. I like the fact that campaign, multiplayer, zombies all have, and Warzone all have a camo grind. That's really cool. We have 10 levels of prestige, just like we did in Black Ops 6. We have remastered maps coming. So there's a lot of things I like about Black Ops 7, but this is definitely a big concern. And so and now that we've kind of ranted a little bit, we're actually going to go into depth about really what this might mean and why this video might be getting disliked so much. So I think the first reason is just simply that people are kind of burned out with the current Call of Duty model. I don't think having back-to-back Modern Warfare games, back-to-back Black Ops games is at all good for Call of Duty as a franchise. I think that them deciding to go this route every year is just not great. And now this is the last year that they are going to be releasing kind of back-to-back titles for a development team. So next year we'll have Modern Warfare 4 is what it's been leaked to be. Then we're going to be getting a Sledgehammer Games sub franchise, and then we're going to get Treyarch again. So then it's going to go back to that normal 3-year life cycle, which again is a very, very good thing. But it does definitely raise a serious question about, are people kind of burnt out on the current Call of Duty model? And I think that this video getting completely dislike bomb could mean yes, people are getting really done with this, with the Call of Duty cycle and the way that the Call of Duty is coming out. The next thing I think could just be chalked up to setting. People might not be interested in a futuristic game. That's definitely a fair opinion. Again, there's nothing wrong with having that opinion or that view, but I think that that's definitely kind of something too. I mean, we had this really visceral, immersive, modern shooter with Battlefield 6, which I think people really, really like. And now we have a futuristic Call of Duty game, which futuristic's really hard because some people absolutely love futuristic stuff and some people absolutely hate futuristic stuff. Me personally, I could really care less about the setting of a game. I mean, I loved Call of Duty Vanguard, so, my opinions on where Call of Duty takes place is not something I care about. But again, those are sort of my two main reasons: burnout on Call of Duty model and setting, about why the video was so disliked. And that ties directly into my evidence of Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 was a World War II shooter in an era that was back to back advanced games from Titanfall 1 all the way to Infinite Warfare, and Infinite Warfare being a futuristic Call of Duty game that really nobody cared about. Nobody was interested in that anymore. After, again, 2 years of advanced Call of Duty and Titanfall coming out, again, 3 consecutive years in a row. So then to finish off this video, I wanted to just talk very quickly about what you guys should do if you are definitely on the fence about all of this. For me personally, I luckily have Game Pass, so I don't have to spend a single dollar on this game if I don't want to. But here's what I would do. Even though I know the game is already kind of off to a really bad start, a lot of dislikes, a lot of people that are not crazy about it at all. I even went to the Direct, and the Black Ops 7 Direct is being dislike bombed too. People just are not liking Black Ops 7. But what I would say, there's an open beta that is going to be happening from, I believe, the 5th of October to the 8th of October. Play the open beta. If you don't like the game, then that's completely fine. Then don't buy it. But if you do like the game, at least give them a chance. You know, you may not like Black Ops 7 and all the new information, and you may prefer Battlefield 6. But again, I really think that this is just a humongous error in Call of Duty's and Activision's judgment. That's kind of my biggest thing with this video, is I think that they really dropped the ball on when this reveal is, and Battlefield just killed it with what they did. Because again, the beta ended for Battlefield 2 days ago. The hype for Battlefield 6 is still at an all-time high. People are still talking about it. People are still reviewing it. People are still super, super excited. And then that meant that Call of Duty was basically in an unwinnable situation here, unless Call of Duty magically came out with like a Black Ops 1 or a Black Ops 2 remaster. But because they went with a new Black Ops game, and again, they're kind of on the trails of the hype for Battlefield 6, I think that that's another reason why this video is failed so much this year. But again, I'm definitely curious to know what your guys' thoughts are, but at the end of the day, at least give Black Ops 7 a chance. I'm going to be doing that. I have never disliked a Treyarch game. From World at War all the way to Black Ops 6, I have never disliked a Treyarch game, so I'm pretty confident it'll be fine. But I just, instead of making a video like everybody else covering all the news, all the information, I thought I would instead make a video talking about what on earth just happened to Call of Duty Black Ops 7, why this game is failing so hard before it's even out yet. We're going to have to see. Activision may respond with something crazy, or we may just have Black Ops 7. To end the video off, I will put the tweet up on the screen that shows exactly, I think, what is now becoming a reality. There was a tweet from a previous Activision Blizzard guy who was in charge of that, and he said, Battlefield 6 is going to beat the crap out of Call of Duty this year, and that was the tweet. That's all it said. And so far right now, it is looking like that is going to be the case, but we are going to have to see come October, November of 2025. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are about this. Let me know if you are excited about Black Ops 7, if my points are correct in the way of maybe setting is the problem, maybe the burnout on Call of Duty is the problem, or just any other general thoughts. To me, this was the craziest thing that ever came out of today. I did not expect Black Ops 7 to come out and be this much of a failure before you've even played the game, even seen genuine gameplay. So kind of crazy. But anyways, if you did enjoy the video, like rating is always appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all on more videos very, very soon.